Alright guys, welcome. This is Swanky Games, and I'm basically gonna bring you guys like a day zero, kind of an Eddy Gordo thing. Keep in mind I'm not an Eddy main. I am familiar with the character because I dabbled with him a little bit in previous games, but I am no Eddy main. And I'm sure that the Eddy enthusiasts will be getting to work soon. But as of right now, when I went online, checked YouTube, the most I could find was like some people going through his move lists and pointing out some like minor things, nothing big yet. So hopefully this will help cover you guys until once the servers come back up, until the big boys start doing their thing. That's the hope. So if you guys end up liking this video, or you guys learn something from it, consider liking and or subscribing. The more that you do, the more it gets my videos out there, and the more I can help more people. Sorry guys, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm ready to go to bed, but I have to do this because I have to do this. All right, so anywho, getting back on topic. I got my if you guys want to support the channel, not just help me get my stuff out there, but to actually support it, you guys can become a member. Every bit of what you guys put into the channel is going to go back into the channel, but it helps me, and if you become a member, you get first dibs on everything. If I'm ever streaming and you have a comment, your comment will always be read. If I'm doing like a 1v1, you'll always have first dibs on matches. And when like certain events occur, you guys will be the first to know about it before everybody else. You guys will have like the news. Also, you guys can also join the Discord. I usually am pretty active on there. It's a pretty good community full of people that are trying to learn Tekken. So even if you're not an Eddy main or a Horong main, we got plenty of people there just looking to learn, trying to get better at the game, or just trying to get in some GGs. So if any of that sounds like up your alley, consider joining. It's a very friendly community. I plan on keeping it that way. I'm also active on TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. I'll put all the links in the description below. Pretty much what I do on those other three is like I'll do clips from like streams or recordings, and I'll post them so that it gets my stuff out there. So especially if you become a member, but this is really for anybody, if you send me a clip and it gets enough likes or anything on my Discord or on the other platforms, I would consider putting it in a collage of clips that I plan to do probably at least twice a year. So if you want to be part of that, of course, if you're a member, you would have a higher probability of me making sure that your video gets put in that video. So consider that as well. So quite a bit of favoritism when you give me $2. I'm a cheap hoe. Sorry guys. Anyways, so let's go ahead and just get into Eddy. That was a long introduction. I apologize. This isn't scripted or anything like that. I did a few notes about his stances and power-ups and stuff. A few launchers here and there with some combos, and then I hit record. There's no scripture or nothing, so I apologize if that was a little all over the place, and I apologize if things continue to be all over the place. No scription whatsoever. So let's go ahead and talk about his stances real quick. The first one is going to be his Benigetta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the way it looks like it's pronounced. So if I'm butchering it, I apologize, but I'm not going to change it during this video. So I guess I'll find out in the future how it's pronounced if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. But this Benigetta, it's forward 1+2 or back 1+2. It's basically his handstand. I would say this is more of an aggressive stance. It's pretty much all sidesteppable mids. You got this 3, 4, 1, this 2, basically just all mids. But once he gets his power up, he gets access to a low. My bad. So then it starts to become a little bit more of a threat. He also has this unbreakable throw. It is a little on the slow side, but for only 26 damage, the main appeal to this is probably going to be putting you into Negativa, which we'll get into in a second. Actually, right this second, actually. So that's pretty much it. And then from Negativa, or negative, it's just down 3+4. So the cool part about both these stances is that both of them you can advance by pressing forward, and you can enter the other stance by sidestepping, which is really, really cool. I thought that was really, really cool. Negativa, I would say, is more of defensive 50-50. When you're here, you have access to probably the hardest hitting 50-50 in the game, in my opinion, between 3-3 and his launcher. Very, very solid. From back here, from about starting area, it's not as threatening because that low can miss, or if it's not a clean hit, then the last one can be blocked. But it's only -13, so it's not too bad. It is a high though, so I'm pretty sure that means it can be ducked as well if it's not a clean hit. But aside from that, it's still very, very strong. You have multiple ways to get in a Negativa in your opponent's face, which we'll get into as we go. A little bit ago, we mentioned his powered up state. He has at least 3 main ways to get into this state, one from each stance. The first one is his down back 4-4. The second way is from Negativa 3-3, his health sweep. Keep in mind this Negativa is -26. So bear that in mind. And from his Benigetta, he has 2-3. Oh, my bad. 2-3. It is, I believe, -13 on block. However, you can cancel it by hitting 2-3 forward. Like so. Pretty solid, I think. And he has 2 stages to this power-up. He has 1 stage, and basically what this does is when you go into that Benigetta that we were mentioning, he gets that one power-up. He gets access to 2 new moves, which is back 4, which is this hard-hitting overhead kick. Very, very solid. And I believe it's +6 on block, and that does not change for either level. And then he gets access to a health sweep out of Benigetta, which is 3+4. It's 13 on block, as you guys see. But once he gets into stage 2, both these will knock down. This will wall splat, and this will 4 break. the Hell Sweep will floor break. So very, very solid. They both hurt like mothers. Either way. And it just makes Beninieta itself a little bit more of an oppressive stance. Gives your opponent a reason to try to duck you in that situation. So definitely something to take advantage of. And then in Heat, he has access to 2 moves. I'm just going to turn Heat on, so I don't have to keep doing that. But he has Quarter Circle Forward 4. I'm not really sure what the use of this is. I tried it in some combos, and it doesn't really seem to do anything spectacular. For example, it just doesn't do anything spectacular. But one thing I did notice is that it is a high that does 45 on hit, so if it does hit, that's fantastic. But if it, so maybe it's good for like a whiff, because it does have ridiculous range. Like all the way back here, like it hits pretty comfortably. Like almost 4. So it's ridiculous. And then, but the one thing I noticed is that when it gets blocked, you're at +9 in Negativa in your opponent's face. So I'd say this is more for like getting that frame advantage, so you can get that 50-50. That's what my take is from it. I'm sure somebody will get something more out of it than that. That's just what I took from it personally, just from the little bit of experimenting that I've gotten to do. And then the other move is 3+4. Mark my words, this is going to be a turn stealer. This is going to piss a lot of people off, because it is extremely crushing, both high and low. It is +9 on block. It does take up heat, but it leaves you at +9 in your opponent's face in stance, which is just fantastic. You can get something of a combo. So very, very solid. Trying to think if there's anything else, but I don't think so. So I guess from here, we're just gonna kind of cut to the chase and go over some of his launchers and tornadoes that you're gonna use, and some filler stuff. First launcher is gonna be down 4-3. Another launcher is gonna be up 1+2. Forward 4. Sidestep 3+4. Quarter circle 4-3. And then for a counter hit, you're gonna have back 3-3 and down back 2-3. And then from Negativa, you're gonna have this 3+4. And last but not least, you're gonna have wall rising 1-3. These are all gonna be very, very big. I think the up 1+2 is probably gonna be the least used, honestly, and maybe the forward 4. Being -12, leaving you in that stance is probably not ideal. So I probably wouldn't use those two. But the rest of them seem pretty good. Quarter circle 4-3, you probably wouldn't use out in the open the way you did that way. But you know, you also have this, which is -18. This is also -18. So unfortunately, Eddy takes a lot of risks, regardless. But you know, it is what it is. And then his tornado attacks from here, from Negativa, the best one's gonna be my fault, not Negativa. Beninieta, you're either gonna do 3-3-3, or you're gonna do 4-2. Are gonna be your tornadoes. I'd say quarter circle 4-3 is probably gonna be your main tornado. So it's a launcher as well as a tornado. We'll get into that momentarily. Your fillers are going to be from Negativa, this 2 right here. That's going to be a big one because of how advancing it is. You're also going to have this up forward 4, again, because of how advancing it is. And then from Negativa, you're basically going to do, you know, that 2 again. Or your Hell Sweep, depending on what combo you do. Back 1 is going to be a big one. So, for example, this back 1 right here is going to be a big one. Wall Rising 1-4, that's going to be a big one, to help float. So, you know, something like this. Your back 3-3 is going to be another one as well. It's actually going to be I would say this is probably going to be big for a lot of his stuff. But basically everything I just said. Up forward 4 is going to be something as well. Negativa 3-3 is going to be a big one. Also, maybe 1+2 as like a quick ender might be something that you might use. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Down back 4-4 is going to be a big one. And so on. And I'm just going to show you guys some combo examples so you guys can kind of get an idea of what the hell I'm talking about. Because I'm throwing out all these fillers and enders, and it's like, where would I put them? I got you, bro. I got you. All right? All right, so first one we're going to do is down 4-3. I'm going to show you guys the easiest combo of your freaking lives, okay? If you are using this character and you use this combo, I'm promising you, if you put on, if we see that you have assist on, we will point and laugh at you. All right? Now, while I do this combo, I want you to look at my command history. All right? Just watch it. You saw that, right? Let's do that for you again. Just one button. One button. Down 4-3, and then mash 3. That's all you need. If you do anything further than that, if you drop that, or we see you have assist on, we will point and laugh. I'm telling you now. Never drop that combo. But if you want something where we won't laugh at you for dropping, then you got down 4-3, back 3-3. Then from Negativa, you'll do 2. After this 2, you'll do back 1. This will put you in kind of a crouching state. So then you'll do wall rising 1-4. And while they're floating in the air, you're going to do quarter circle forward 3. So the whole thing will look like this. Like that. And I kind of found that, and I didn't really care for that quarter circle forward 3 being there, because I thought it felt a little weird. I still do. But honestly, I've done that combo like 20 times now, and I haven't dropped it once. The only issue I've had is sometimes I'll do it, and the quarter circle forward 3 won't come out. But like, as you guys can see, I'm throwing it out just fine now, and it's coming out almost every single time. So I'm not having that issue right now. So maybe it was just me, maybe it's a bug, I don't know. It was probably just me though. And then you end it with down back 4-4. So the whole thing will look like this. Well, you'd have to dash in and then do down back 4-4. You get 69 damage, which is 8 points more. Still get your power up, and if you drop it, we're not going to make fun of you for it. So there's that. Another one is going to be up 1+2. You're going to do the exact same combo as you're down 4-3. It's the exact same combo. The hard version. So that's what I was talking about. As you guys can see, in the command history, I did down, forward, 3, and it didn't come out that time. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. It's probably just me, but it could be a bug as well. So bear that in mind. If it happens to you, maybe it is a bug. and just ended the same combo. So this is where we would get a little bit into a different territory. So with this 4-4-4 specifically, I would say the best combo I found for this would be this one. So the way I did it is after the quarter circle 4-3, I actually did a sidestep up. So if you're on the other side of your opponent, that takes forever. You would do a sidestep down and up forward 4, and then after that you just do 3-3. So again, it looks like this. $73 damage. Can't complain. I can't complain. So pretty comfortable. The sidestep 3+4, you're gonna use this. It's a 14 frame high that is safe on block, and this is really good for like keep out. I've noticed, at least in Tekken 7 and previous games, a lot of Eddies use this for keep out. And with it being 14 frames to come out, that's probably gonna be even more so now. I don't know if it was always a high, but I know it used to be launch punishable. It's not now. So, but the one I've been using, so what I've been using after this is wall standing 1-3 into 2, like so. And then after the 2, I use quarter circle 4-3 into up forward 4 and 3-3. Is that right? Oh no, up forward 4 into 1+2. My fault. Looking at the wrong thing here. So it'll look like this. Wait, oh, my fault. Did it? Am I doing it right? Okay, yeah. Like that. Now, the reason you have to make it kind of short is because of the angle that they'll probably be at. Maybe the combo will be different when you're in an actual match because they'll probably realign themselves. But, you know, there's that. Seems pretty consistent either way. But if that ends up being the case, then it might be one of those special situation kind of launchers. But then you have quarter circle 4-3. And honestly, you're just going to do the same thing for down back 2-3, which is going to be up forward 4 into 2, back 1 into wall standing 1-4, and the down back 4-4. So a lot of the same stuff. So it'll look like this. Oh, my bad. Get 67, or if you do the counter hit, this actually hurts a lot more. A lot more. 82 as opposed to 60 something, 70 something. $67, 82, that's quite a big difference, but get what you can get, right? I guess that's what happens when you take that chance. But another one's going to be your counter hit back 3-3. I feel like it's going to be big, especially in the beginner ranks. So probably going to do back 3-3 into 2 and then down forward 1-3. So it'll look like this. And then you can pretty much do what I did is up forward 4 into 3-3. So looks like this. Wait, what? Like so. 61 damage is nothing to sneeze at, but that's the big thing too, as I noticed, is that Eddy doesn't really get like super damaging combos. If I were to compare his with Hwoarang's, I would say Hwoarang's, even Hwoarang's easier combos will hit harder. but I think Eddy will have an easier time landing or getting his combos going because of all of his 50-50s. So it's going to be very back and forth. It would be very back and forth, but combo damage at its core, I would say Eddy's is a little on the weak side compared to some other characters or most other characters. That's where I would put him personally. And then the last launcher is going to be wall standing 1-3. And honestly, you're probably just going to do a lot of the same stuff. I don't know if that's doable. Let me see. Come on. Okay, so I don't know. Probably just I don't know why I keep trying to do that. I wonder if, actually I'm wondering. Okay, so core circle 4-3, and probably just down back 4-4 will be fine, honestly. You're not getting a fantastical amount of damage, but you're getting that off of a 13 frame while rising move. And I'm sure there's better stuff. Like I said, I'm not an Eddy main, but it's still pretty decent overall. I would say at least. And I think that's pretty much it for all of his like main combos and combo routes that you would go for. I could be wrong, and there's probably better stuff. That's just what I found. A random Horong player that just happened to play Eddy while the servers are down for like 2 hours in practice. So it probably doesn't mean a whole lot, but hopefully it does something. It's better than nothing. I guess I could show you guys a couple of maybe a heat combo, a rage combo, and then a combo where you're already in heat that ends with rage. I think that would be enough to suffice, like, you know, kind of a starter thing with his combos at least, maybe. So let's go ahead and do a heat combo. I'm going to do this combo. I'll just do 4-4 forward into running 3, or 4-4-3, I guess. Running 3 would be 81. So let's try that again. Like that. So sorry, I'm right. You know, I'm not all here anymore. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So, or whatever time it is. I don't know. So that's what I found. Pretty decent. 81 damage off of this. Considering his regular damage was 69, I think. Off of that, I think that's quite a boost. And then you have a rage combo. Let's see. So I'll just do this one. Pretty painful. $98 damage, nothing to sneeze at for sure. Keep in mind though, that was off his down back 2-3, which is kind of one of his harder hitting counter hit starters. But even still, that's pretty decent. And then I wanted to find something for this, and I thought this was pretty cool. So. Oh, my bad. I jumped the gun a little bit. There we go. So, pretty decent. Got 86 damage off of that. I'd say that's definitely worth it. Off of, you know, that turn stealing move I mentioned earlier. I'd say that's definitely good. Plus, I'd say this is pretty easy overall. You're basically doing the same move. This and 2, back 3-3, 2 again, 4-4, and the heat dash, and then back 3-3 again into your rage. I'd say that's pretty easy. I think so. So, but maybe I'm just more of an advanced player. I don't think I am, but maybe that makes it so. I don't know. I don't know. But anywho, in any event, that's gonna be it from me, guys. I hope this did help you guys out. I hope it did teach you something. Jokes aside, and like I said, this isn't really meant to be a starter guide. This is just kind of, it's hard to say that it's not a starter guide, but it's meant to help you get started without calling it a starter guide, because this is not how I would do a starter guide at all. Not at all. This is just like day 0. This is what I found. Maybe this will help you out kind of thing. That's more or less what it is. But hopefully it helps you guys out. You know, I was joking around a little bit, you know, and you know, a little all over the place. Again, I apologize. Like I said, this isn't scripted at all. I don't have notes, or scripts or anything to kind of keep me on track. I just put in a few the things about his power-ups, a couple combos here and there, and that was pretty much it. Aside from that, I don't know much about this character. I will probably pretty much leave it to you guys to vote him in, and I can use him for the 2 weeks if you know you guys want me to do that, and I can start learning him that way. But with that out of the way, I think that is going to be it for me, guys. Been a long day. What time is it actually? It's a little bit after midnight. So I imagine that the server should be back up here pretty soon. So if it isn't already, so we'll see. But yeah, again, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you guys learned something. I'm gonna go do my dumb stuff now, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. So take care of yourselves, happy gaming, and peace.